Now we know MOOCs are a relatively new way of connected learning and an innovation in education. And we understand the social MOOC is different from an academic MOOC. It is a kind of MOOC that we can use to deliver services and advance our charity causes. But how? And why do we need a social MOOC to help with our service delivery? Let me tell you a story. Last year, when we were running the MOOC Next Gen Resumes, there was a student who sent me an email asking for extension of an assignment deadline. She cited the reason that no one could reject. She lives in a war-torn area in Yemen and often has to go to a bomb shelter where no internet is available and the supply of electricity is also intermittent. She said she'd do the homework when the sun shines brightly to charge the solar battery. I wrote back to approve the extension and encouraged her to continue her study. She replied by saying, "MOOCs like this one give her hope for a better future. It helps her to improve skills and get connected with the world outside her ruined city." This is just one example of how using MOOCs can let our service touch lives that we never thought we could reach using traditional methods. Prior to using MOOCs, I did many workshops, but all were limited to only a classroom full of people from the same city. Early in 2015, we launched our first MOOC to teach people how to create effective LinkedIn profiles in order to find jobs. Within 6 months, we enrolled close to 5,000 students from 148 countries. Other than scaling up the course capacity drastically and reaching out to people beyond geographic boundaries, there are other reasons for us to use MOOCs to help with our nonprofit causes. First, more and more people are now online. Around 40% of the world population has an internet connection today. In the US and Canada, close to 90% of the population is already online. Many things we used to do face-to-face, such as learning, working, shopping, dating, and networking, have now moved online. In the digital era, the younger generation simply prefers going online for services because they grew up with this technology, and this is the norm for them. Secondly, many clients can't access our services because they can't come during office hours, or traveling to our offices costs too much. The location and timing of our services are often inconvenient to the clients we want to reach. MOOCs allow them to access some of our services such as workshops, training, and group counseling online at their own convenience and make our services more accessible to them. Moreover, in a country of immigrants like the US or Canada, language is often one of the biggest barriers for newcomers in accessing services. With the features of a MOOC, a student can pause or repeat the lecture as many times as she wishes and check the transcripts if she doesn't understand a specific word or phrase that the instructor uses. Participants can take the course at their own pace and don't have to be embarrassed in public about their lack of English proficiency. The next advantage I should point out is the cost effectiveness of using social MOOCs to deliver large-scale services. Most nonprofit organizations are cash-strapped. The resources we have rarely match the demand for our services. If we wanted to, say, organize a 3-day training for 400 youth workers from across the country, it would cost us tens of thousands on travel, accommodation, conference venue, and food, etc., in addition to the facilitation costs. And this is only for one event. But if we make this 3-day training a 6-module MOOC, we will get thousands of workers and volunteers trained for just a small part of the cost of such a big training event. Last but not least, a social MOOC is not just a course. It's a community of like-minded people seeking solutions and changes. Once you host or participate in a MOOC, you will find you're often surrounded by people who are confronted by similar problems. And you may also form alliances with people whom you'd unlikely meet in the traditional service settings. Never underestimate the energy, shared knowledge and experience, connectedness, and partnerships generated in a MOOC community that can have a long-lasting effect on the causes you and your organization are championing. To summarize, the massive enrollment, the global reach to clients, the superb accessibility, the cost-effectiveness, the ability of building partnerships beyond geographic boundaries and sectorial silos, and the potential of creating a powerful, connected community are the most important reasons why we should use social MOOCs to help our causes.